While the Truth Commission is limited to the exposure of gross violations of human rights, apartheid was far more than detention without trial, torture and death. A searing collective hurt in Cape Town to this day remains the death of District 6. On 11 February 1966, P W Botha declared it a white area, and its tight-knit community was scattered to the wastelands of the Cape Flats. Cape Town artist Roderick Soles was born at number 90 St. Philip Street, District 6.
As a child, at 7 years old, we were forced to move out because of the Eastern Boulevard. They say that we're going to come over our little house. And we moved out and we went out to Bonteville. And my family couldn't accept that, especially my mother and my father, who both worked in town. It was They actually rejected the whole idea, but there was nothing they could do about it. It was very emotional. I mean, my one aunt just worked across the road there at Ensign, at Ashmer. She couldn't understand why she had to go and live so far away from town. And these people, for me, really, I mean, I felt that even at the age of 7, I was losing my friends. People disappeared in the night. Never knew where they were, never saw them afterwards. And you would go to school one morning and find that your friend is not there anymore. You know, the house is gone. I mean, in the roads here, we used to play blikkies, you know, hide and seek. There was alleyways, you know. My parents weren't scared about that. I mean, we would run around, I mean, for blocks, miles away from where we stayed. People weren't scared about it. But we couldn't do that in the townships because there was a complete new element. You know, there was danger lurking all around the people. So there was a complete new thing. But there was nothing out there. Like I said, we could do window shopping. You couldn't do that in Bonteville because in Bonteville there was a house in the road. There was one little shop. Miles you had to walk to the shop. And for me, you know, the human factor of this thing was very important. And that is why even in my work, I like working with a human, because I can relate to that, because I do work on what the area was like, you know, but that becomes part because I still feel. People say I'm too emotional about this thing. I'm too sentimental about this thing, but I have to be sentimental. I don't come from other areas to come and sketch what District 6 was like. I felt it when I was pushed out. And for me, my pictures must tell that story. I'm sure people from other parts of the Western Cape, other parts of the country, had the same experience. But I'm talking about my own experience, and I feel it with them as well when I talk about District 6, because I can only talk about District 6. I can read about all these other things, and I feel the pain, you know. And I'm not talking about something that I read about, whatever. So if they talk about these things, I can relate to that, because it happened to me, and it happened to me early in my life, where I felt that I needed to have that freedom to say where and what I wanted to be in life.